Hello everyone, it's Winona, the left-handed beater. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and comment. So I'm working on my BeeBeeCraft collaboration, and I made this bracelet as a prototype. And I thought I would show you two different ways to make this bracelet. One using the macrame cord that I picked up, or the Chinese knotting cord, I think they call it, that I picked up from BeeBeeCraft, and one using beading wire. So what I'm going to use today is the silver button clasps that I ordered from BeeBeeCraft. They came in silver gold, antique gold, or a matte gold, and kind of a bronze. And I used the gold on this bracelet. I'm going to be using these, I think they're agate beads, pink beads, and then these seed beads. I'm going to be using those, and I'm going to be using the pink beading floss today, our Chinese knotting cord, and I'm going to use about, how big is that? About 24 inches. I know that's more than you need, but I don't have feeling in the tips of my fingers, and I find it very hard when I just leave myself a little bit of cord to work with. So I always cut extra, and this is so inexpensive. You get a lot of different colors in this bag. I'll just show you again here. Here are all the colors. There's so many, but right now I'm really into summer and being outdoors. So I've got two pieces, and I am going to I don't know what's wrong with me. Suddenly I'm just brain dead. I'm going to burn the ends because it just makes it like a needle. This does, be careful, because I do actually, my fingers hurt when I do this. I do it when it's a little too hot. But if you can see, that makes just a little tip, and it makes it a little hard. And I'm just going to cut that little tiny tip off with my wrong hand with the scissors. See how that goes? I'm going to do the same on the other side. That just makes it much easier to go in, get the floss to go into the hole of the bead. Jeez, it's been so long since I've done a video. I can't even talk. Oh, that one hurt. It's like a glue gun burn. So I'm going to work on one half of the bracelet. I'm just going to take this and slide it through the button shank. We'll put this one off to the side. We're not using the green beads because I used them in this, so we'll put those to the side. I'm going to pour out a few of these, and I'm going to pour out these. And in this bracelet, because there were no green beads in the seed bead pack, I was very careful to make sure that I had a plan of what beads. I did white, blue, white, and to coordinate, and I did blue cording on the bracelet. But because there's pink, there's all different colors, I don't care what color beads I pull on here. So I'm just going to grab, and I think on this one I did 3 beads underneath, and what that does is that just keeps your button level, so your button doesn't flap all over the place. So we'll just grab 3 beads, and like I said, I'm not going to worry about color. One, 2, 3. And these, none of these beads have holes large enough for 2 strands to go through, 2 of the cording to go through. So man, I'm umming a lot. So I have to do 1 cord at a time. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both ends of the cord and bring them together. I'm just going to slide down, and I'm just going to tie a knot. I'm just going to knot it very tight, and then there we go. And that's basically all there is to the whole bracelet. So now I'll grab 3 of these. I like that these are really irregularly shaped. I think the next time, this time I wanted to learn macrame. So when I did my BeeBeeCraft collaboration, I planned on doing this macrame. What I didn't plan on is for my brain to have such a hard time remembering how to do macrame. So I'm going to have to practice a lot. And I've been gone so much that I haven't had time to do any videos or do any beading even. So I'll put 3 on here. I like things to be very organic, and that's why I could go through these beads and just choose the ones that have the holes in the right spot and have the right color, but I don't want this to, I want this to look like it just was, nature made it that way. So now I'm going to tie a knot, and I'll come back through here. And tie a knot. So then I think I'm going to do 3 on each of these, 3 of the seed beads. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so what I was saying before is I wanted to learn macrame, so I thought I'll do my BeeBeeCraft collaboration doing macrame. But I think the next collaboration I do, I need to be true to myself and go back to what I like to design. And I like using crystals or gemstones. I took a course when I was recovering from chemotherapy on using energy from crystals to heal, and that's really where why I started making jewelry, was because I wanted to make bracelets instead of buy them. But and then of course I love jewelry. I used to sell Leah Sophia years ago until they went out of business. I had lots of jewelry. I still have lots of jewelry. And the sad thing is I don't work anymore, so I don't wear a lot anymore. And in the summertime I tend not to wear much at all because I can't take it in the heat. Okay, when I made this bracelet too big. When I did this one. See how it's flopping around? So what I did on this one is I did 1, 2, 3 series of this, and that's too big with this kind of clasp. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to just do the 2 and then the small beads on each side. So it's a very quick bracelet to make. There we go. And then I'll put 3 on each of these. And that's one side done. It's kind of hard to be random, so you can't look at the beads. You just have to pick up. And whatever one you pick up is the one you use. And the reason I chose 3 is because then they kind of puff out a bit. Okay. And then we'll tie a knot again. Okay, so now we'll do the same on the other side. It's just that simple. I wonder if I could zoom in just a bit. I move my camera up a bit. There we go. Oops. And then we'll grab 3 of these. And remember, these beads you don't see. These are just to keep that button from flopping all over the place and lift it up above your work. I got one more video to do for my other channel, but I've been kind of putting it off, and I should just do it and get it done with, and then I can get on with this month's work. I'm trying to do a video. I love to do so many crafts, so I'm trying to do a video once a month on that channel to show what I made the previous month. But I had company. It's already the 8th, and I have had people, or I've been away every day until today. So this is my first chance to get a video done. Well, I did a couple of videos when Nova was here, unboxings. And if she was here today, I'd probably do this video because she's such a good little girl. She keeps herself quite busy. It was so sweet yesterday. She wasn't quite ready to go home, but I was ready. I was tired. Even though she's a really good girl, I just get so tired. Same with if I go away for a day. I lose a couple of days if I go away because it takes me a few days to recover. Okay. And we'll do 3 of these. And I'm hoping to go to Kentucky at the end of the month. We'll actually go to Cincinnati, Ohio, and stay there and drive into Kentucky. There's an Ark Encounter, that's what it's called. And it's a reproduction of Noah's Ark, based on the Bible. And a friend of mine went there and he just loved it. So I would love to go see it. And then right now they have 40 days and 40 nights of gospel singing. And I love a group called, well, Jeff and Sherry Easter. And they are kind of bluegrassy, Southern gospel. And I just love her voice and I love their songs. And they play on the 31st. So I'd like to go down for that. And I was looking at just flying down by myself, but the quickest flight is over 10 hours. And then I looked at how far it would be if you drove, and it's about a 21-hour drive. And I thought, well, heck, you might as well drive. Then I have my own vehicle, and don't have to worry about what I take and all that. I've even phoned down. They have scooters available. First come, first serve, so I wouldn't have to walk through it. Yeah, so I'm quite excited, but now I'm getting a little bit concerned about the heat, because I do not do well in the heat. Yesterday I was out watching the kids in the pool, and I think I got a bit of heat stroke just sitting outside of the pool. So I have to, my skin just, oh, I just got such a rash on my skin. It was unbelievable. So now I'm a little worried. So I'm going to have to look online and see what their average temperature is at the end of August, even though we know this year is no average. Okay, so here we go. Oh, darn it, this computer. Doesn't that look cute? So I'm going to cut, I guess I'll cut just a piece of pink. It's about 12 inches long, I'd say, fairly close. And I'm going to bring these cords this way and these cords this way. And then I'll put this underneath them. And now I need to remember how to do this. What I'm doing is a square knot. Oops, that's got to go through there. And I'll just do a few of them, or a couple of them I should say. And if you're not sure how to do a square knot, my previous macrame video, I did square knots in that. Maybe I'll do one more. Oh, I wish I had normal feeling in my tips of my fingers. Right now, this one here is just a tingling. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to put a bead on the end here. Let's pull these in a bit, because I don't need it that long. Okay, and then we'll pull this side in. It does loosen up after a while. Okay, so I'll leave it about that long and I'll tie a little knot. When I made the previous one, I cut it shorter and then I tied the knot, and I had a heck of a time doing that. So I decided this time I would tie the knots and then I would cut everything. Okay. That'll be good if I get this video done, and if I can get it uploaded today. Okay. So these are the thread that I was working at when I was making the bracelet. These two are the two from the square knot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them about a quarter, leave about a 1/4 inch on. Okay, let's put these to the side for now. Okay, then I'm going to take my lighter. See how my lighter is all brown there? That's from doing this. So I think I'm going to use the scissor instead of using my finger to tamp down, because that really hurts. Oopsie. Well, so much for that one. And what I want to do is make kind of a mushroom end on it. A mushroom cap, kind of. And that'll keep it from coming apart. And there we go. Our bracelet is done. So I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to get everything set up so that I can make my other version of the same bracelet. I'll be right back. Okay, so here I'm going to make the stringing version with my beading wire, or my stringing wire, and I think it has to go double, so I think that should be plenty. Oops, man, I keep knocking that over. Okay, we'll cut another one. So we've got 2 strands, which are about 15 inches long. And we'll wrap this up again to look and see if I have more or if I need to order some. What I usually do is, what I did, I should say, not what I usually do. What I did when I bought these was I wanted to order the 19, a little bit better than the 7, but I wanted a lot of different colors, so I ordered it in shorter amounts because it was cheaper. So I think this is 30 feet. So now when I run out of a certain color, I reorder it, and I order it in the longer, like 100 feet containers, and that way there I've got all the colors, and I have a lot of all the colors, if you get my drift. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to string this through just like I did on the other one, but now because this will go through 2 of these, I'm going to string these 2 together, maybe 1, 2, and 3. Then I'm going to separate them, and I'm going to put 3 on each side. 1. Oh, I'm wearing the other one, by the way, and there it is at the back. 2, 3. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm also going to use clamshell closures. I'll have to close that one. I'm going to use a couple of jump rings and toggle clasp. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3. And what I should have done before I did that is I should have made sure these were both equal, or fairly equal, and they are. And then we'll put 3 of these on both, which had I been able to get them through the macrame cord, I would have done it that way too, but they were just, the cord was just too thick to fit through. Do 3 again. And then 3. I really like wearing the macrame bracelets. A I like them because I can cinch them up nice and tight once I get them on my wrist. And we'll put 2 through again. 1. I haven't done any stringing for so long. 2. 3. So I only have enough beads to do the other side like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a bead bug and I'm just going to hold this to see what I should do for the rest of the bracelet. And then we'll do this side. And then we'll see how much bigger we need to make the bracelet. Boy, I dreamt it was raining last night, but oh my goodness, I have never seen it this dry here. Like it is so dry here. It's really scary actually. My yard, my grapevines are just withering up. The grapes are almost ready. They're usually not ready till beginning of September. I think my apples are ready too. Okay, and then we'll do one, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, I just realized. See, this is how, oh man. So I can't do that. So I have to change my idea of what I'm going to do here because I don't have enough beads to do 3 and 3. So let's maybe just do, let's change this up then. Let's do 3 on both strands. 1. I obviously can't count. But isn't this what it's all about? You know, you have an idea in your mind and maybe it works and maybe it doesn't, and so then you just have to improvise. So then I'll do 3 over here. Through both. 1. 2. 3. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll take 5 of these. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we'll take 5 of these on this string. 2, 3. Okay, let's snug this up as much as we can. Let's do 1. 2. 3. got our 3 there. So then we're going to do 5. I kind of want a few colors in these because there are so many beads. One, must be hot out again. It's starting to get warm up here. I'll maybe go for a swim when I'm done. One. I'm just going to throw this on my wrist. I think that's plenty. I think that's plenty, plenty, plenty. So now I'll put these ends through the clasp. And we'll put a crimp bead on there. Yikes, what did I do? We'll put a crimp bead on here. We'll slide the crimp bead through those 2 strands, and that's the reason I'm using a clamshell clasp, is because I've got 2 strands here. And then the easiest plier I find is to use your bent nose plier to just reach in here. We'll push everything down and then give it a good squeeze. And then we can clip it off. Save these because you can use these for little earring bits. And then we'll close this. Okay, we'll do the other side, same thing, clamshell. These are from Potomac. They must have been in one of the boxes, one of the mystery boxes, or best bead boxes. Take this and I'm going to push down because I want this fairly tight in there, and I'm going to squeeze. Cut. Now I'm going to check this for size right now, because if the size is good, no, I need my jump rings on there. So I find my round nose pliers here. I'm going to turn this in. Now if I'd been smart, I would have put my jump ring on first. And we'll slide that through there. We'll slide the jump ring. Close that up. We'll open another jump ring. I always take out extra because I'm known to drop things. Like, it's easier to put away than to be constantly dragging my box out to replace the one I dropped. Okay, so there you have it. 2 bracelets done. Very similar, but not quite the same. This is the one I did with beading wire, and it looks good. Like, the part you see is the part that I wanted, the crystals or the gemstones. And I ended up taking the jump rings off because they made the bracelet too long. And then it's just a matter of undoing it. And there we go. 2 bracelets. That's it for me today, everyone. I wish you lots of love and happiness until we meet again. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.